Hey, so this is a video for Mega Reborn Lover. This is her custom Annie, but I want to show her how to put bottles and pasties in this one's mouth because she does have a full mouth. Like I was saying, you can only do that with certain kits, and this is one of those kits that Reborn artists say that it looks really good and you can't even hardly tell. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and show you how to get everything in her mouth. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to say that her lips are varnished so that the paint doesn't rub off. Now, after um, baking her, it kind of looked chalky, but I just kind of put a coating of like gloss over, and it doesn't look that way anymore. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you. And I also want to say that when you're doing this, you always want to squeeze her cheeks. You can squeeze her cheeks as far as you want. I mean, I would suggest not squeezing them to where they're like touching, because then it'll affect the eyes and eventually the eyes will come out. But you know, like this, to where her cheeks are just squeezed, is totally fine. Just don't squeeze them to where they're actually the vinyls touching each other, because that's a little extreme. But that is totally fine. So you always want to squeeze. Don't try to pry the lips open from the inside. And the reason for that is I read up on when you try to pry them from the inside, you actually start to tear the vinyl at the end of the slit. So never ever open them like this from the inside. Now, squeezing them like this is fine, but like I said, don't squeeze so hard that you're like kind of making the eyes go inward, like way inward. Now, a little bit, they're obviously going to go a little bit inward, but not to where they're like going extremely inward. Or the vinyl's touching like the cheeks, because that will tear the vinyl also because you're stressing it. So just to where you can fit whatever you're trying to get in there. But this is a passy, and as you can see, it's got kind of a longer nipple to it. But these are the passies she's coming with. She has a pink one as well. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this. You just open her lips up like I showed you, and you're going to see polyfill in there. That's totally normal. It's because that's what her head's filled with. So you might possibly pull some out with the nipple, but I highly doubt it. I'm just letting you know these things so you're not shocked when you get her. So I'm going to open her lips up like this, and all you do, it looks kind of scary, I know, but all you're going to do is push the nipple in as far as you can, and then just kind of, you know how you see with the silicones, just kind of go like that. And that's really it. If you have any other problems getting in, because sometimes I've ran into problems, you just pull it out as gently as possible. But and I mean as gently as possible, because if you pull too hard, you might rip the lip paint off. So just don't rip it hard. But if you run into any other problems where you can't get it in, I use my pointer finger and just kind of push down on the nipple, and that kind of guides it in too. But I haven't really had that problem much, so I don't think you're going to have to do that. But this is the full passy. It's kind of what it looks like from the side. It just looks really cute. So let me... And then she can take a lot more patsies too, because the patsy isn't actually resting on her lips. It's resting inside. So just kind of pull as gently as you can. And then her lips, when you first take stuff out, they might look kind of funny because they're a little stretched, but the vinyl will flex back together, but they hardly ever look funny. I'm just letting you know these things again so you know. Okay, now I'm going to show you the sippy cup. This is actually, ooh, there's a wheel in the way. You're on a fake wagon. This is a playroom. But, this is her personal sippy cup. No, it has the stopper in the bottom. I have to put that back on. But, I'm just showing you this so that you kind of see what the... Now, you can only use certain sippy cups. Try not to buy ones that have a wide, edge like this, because they're not going to fit in her mouth. So make sure you try to buy ones that have a narrow edge. Now the silicone one fits in her mouth, like with the silicone one, but with the plastic, try to make sure you have a narrow like edge out of it. So this is pretty easy too because it's not like the rubbery material, so it's not gonna get stuck as easy. So you just kind of screw it, I guess you could say screw it in. And this one, it stretches her lips a little further, so it does look kind of awkward, like if you're getting it from an angle, as you can tell, because you can see the seam. But as long as you're not zooming in on her, it looks fine. But anyway, what is also nice about having the open mouth is it's really easy to make her look like she's holding her own bottle or sippy because it's already propping it up because it's in her mouth. So it's really easy to make her look like she's holding her own sippy, which I love because it's really hard to do that with Rain. But I would never open her mouth just because it's not my work. I don't feel like I should, you know what I mean? If it was my own doll, like I made her, of course I would, but I don't feel like I should just because it's not my work, and I don't know, but, okay, so, alright, now I'm going to show you the bottle. And the bottle is very similar to the passy. You just open her mouth up, and kind of, now this one you do have to guide in with your finger because you don't have anything really to push on, so you kind of got to guide it in. Now the bottle, sorry, once again my camera went out on me. I'm having technical difficulties. But anyway, like I was saying, you just put the bottle in, kind of similar to the passy, but you do have to guide it in more with your finger because there's not as much to push on. So, okay. So there's the bottle. And again, like I was saying, it's very easy to make her look like she's holding it because it's already in her mouth. So basically you just got to prop her hand up right and it looks like she's holding it. So very, very, very cute. I really like the open mouth. I wish that I would have known more about it. I don't know. Heather didn't even want to pierce the ears, so she probably wouldn't have wanted to open her mouth for sure, but you know, it's kind of cool. I'm kind of jealous a little bit. But also, I forgot to ask you if you want me to pierce her ears. If you want me to, let me know. It's not that big of a deal. I can do that. Because I've done it on a lot of kids. So, um, so yeah, this is your baby. All the things about her open mouth that you need to know. I might like type up a little paper just so you have it, so you know what to do and what not to do, unless you think you're gonna remember. I should probably just throw it in there. But yeah. So here's your baby girl, and I will probably do her photo shoot either tonight or tomorrow. I'm hoping tonight, but I don't know. We'll just see how the night goes because I do babysit tonight, so we'll see. But she's very cute, and I'll also show you real quick her sitting up. If I can. She's kind of stubborn when it comes to sitting up, so not as stubborn as Rain, though, I must say. Okay. Ooh. So there she is, sitting up, so flippin' cute. So yeah, I just figured I'd do that little video so you know how to put the bottles in their mouth and the passies and everything. So, alright, we'll catch you next time. Bye!